Two Eastern Conference battles are taking place, one for the top spot, another for a playoff spot. We'll take a quick look at a long shootout, plus a game where if you blinked, you missed a goal. Keep your eyes right here. We've got all that and more today on ECHL Week. Hi, welcome to ECHL Week. At the end of the regular season, the ECHL's Eastern Conference winner gets its name placed on the Gingher Trophy. And although it's not the ultimate goal of players and teams, any one of them would be very happy and proud to win it. And entering the last month of the regular season, the battle for the Gingher Trophy is as crowded and tight as any in recent memory. Kalamazoo, on the strength of a 5-game winning streak, has caught South Carolina and, based on a tiebreaker, actually moved into the East's top spot. As you can see here, 6 teams have realistic shots at getting to the top of the Eastern Summit by the end of the season. In the last month, Orlando had an 11-game winning streak, the longest in the ECHL this year. Despite overtime and shootout losses, Cincinnati's been continuing to accrue points, and after starting the year slowly, Greenville has earned victories in 11 of its last 13 games to slide into the mix. But the longest winning streak in the league now belongs to the team which won the Gingher Trophy last season, the Reading Royals. And after starting its home schedule with just 2 regulation and 3 shootout victories in its first 13 games, Reading has gone 13-2-0-1 on Santander Arena ice since. The Royals have as good a chance as any team to be sitting on the top of the Eastern Conference pack when the regular season dust settles on April 13th.
You know, you want to play your best hockey going into playoffs, and right now we're playing our best hockey, and you just got to keep that going. You know, there's only a handful of games left, and you know, if we just keep that up and keep this streak going, it's going to be great.
Most of all, we dropped a couple games early in the year that we think we were better than, and we should have kind of got the wins, and now we're really concentrating on bearing down and just getting all the points that we really think we deserve. And we got a great team in that dressing room, and I think we're just going to keep working and trying to improve every single game. And
I'm happy. You know, if you told me we'd be in this position right now, if we win our game in hand, we could be in first place. With the several guys that we lost, not only for a game here and there, the number of games we've lost key guys, it's impressive.
At the beginning of the year, there's a couple guys that were kind of unsure. We got a couple younger guys and a couple guys that came in from other teams, and I mean, I think everybody's done a good job of figuring it all out, and I mean, the leaders in this dressing room are unbelievable, and they really help out with especially young guys like myself.
You just got to keep playing the way you're playing, you know, and especially when you're playing good, you know, it's really easy to just keep up doing what you're doing, and that helps mentally, and everything follows with that.
Although lots of attention will be paid in the next month to the teams at the top of the Eastern Conference ladder, there's another battle going on. That's the one to qualify for the playoffs. As of mid-March, 4 teams, separated by 2 points, are in a tussle for the final 2 playoff spots. What could be a deciding factor is how many players who are out with injuries or on recall to American Hockey League teams return in time for the stretch run. A couple of extra quality bodies can make a big difference this time of year. With all that's on the line right now, in many games the intensity level is increasing. Everybody knows that postseason positions are on the line, and they're playing like it. Our Eastern featured game today takes us to Estero, Florida, where the Everblades, in a real fight to qualify for the playoffs, are taking on South Division rival Gwinnett, which has been accumulating points with regularity since the arrival of goaltender Mark Guggenberger from Alaska. Here's David Foley to handle the call for us on WDUN.
Hey, Guggenberger! He went down into the splits and made an unreal stop after a whole sequence that never really should have happened. Florida should have been called for a slash, but Clune without a stick, now a giveaway. Curry alone fires, and a glove save by Matt Caruth. Side to the corner for Everson. Back up to Walker. To Piero's Abatel, near circle, Springer stepping in front, a chance, loose puck in the crease, jamming away at it, they score! On the rebound! Taken away, far goal line, a pass to the middle, off the mark, up top, Malka, a slapper wide. Now a wraparound chance, and they score! DeVos beat Guggenberger to the far post. I believe it may have gone off the Gwinnett goaltender, and whipping it to the point. Shot blocked. Here comes Josh Curry right around Cornell. It's a breakaway. Curry tripped from behind, and a penalty coming up. Is it going to be a penalty shot? It should, and it will be. Here comes Curry. He'll take the puck wide to the right, way wide. On the forehand to the middle, a quick shot denied. Behind the net, quit. Pass for Springer, who has the Gladiators' lone goal back in the first period. Giveaway behind the net, a centering chance, and they score. Slid right through the legs of Mark Guggenberger. A bad giveaway by the Gladiators. And it's 2-1 Florida. The Gwinnett line intercepted by Spivak. He'll flare one deep to the near corner. Caruth gave it away to Southern. Pass to the middle. They score! Joey Haddad from Dirk Southern. A penalty coming up to Della Rovere. In the meantime, Everson on the attack. His cross-ice pass. Now Guggenberger's going after Della Rovere. He's furious. He's going to go at the red line with Della Rovere. The two tied up. Della Rovere misses a right. Bidlevsky gets a big right in. Now Della Rovere a quick right. He may have missed. The two still tied up at the center ice circle. Bidlevsky lands a right. Another right. The two still tied up, both missing some shots. Bidlevsky a few body shots. Helmet still on. Bidlevsky trying to get a left across. The two still tied up at the red line. Neither guy can get free. Bidlevsky trying to get that left loose. Two still grabbing a hold. Neither guy can get loose. Bidlevsky a couple of rights. Both missing with a right. Bidlevsky a shot over the top, a shot underneath, and they're done. We'll settle it, and they give it away again. Right to Joey Haddad. Touch pass to McDonald. Centering feed. Deflected in on net. They score! And the Blades have to regroup in neutral territory. Over the line with speed, Little. To the right for Bogosian. Backhand to the middle. Shot. Save Guggenberger. Rebound. Save Guggenberger. 4. McDonald. Right wing side in the Florida zone near circle. Centering pass. Quick shot. They score! Joey Haddad. Top shelf. 1:48 to go in the third.
It's time for a trip around the league. Plus, we'll look at a couple Western teams when ECHL Week continues.
Where have hundreds of NHL players gotten their professional starts? The ECHL. And where do you find out about the ECHL? ECHL Week. On television or online, ECHL Week is the only show that brings you everything that's happening league-wide. Every week, watch ECHL Week. If you were any closer to the action, you'd be in the lineup.
Are you paying too much with your current payroll company? Are you concerned about how Obamacare could affect your business? If you're interested in a better, more cost-effective solution, Einstein HR is the answer. No more stressing out about Obamacare and the new regulations. No more worrying about being in compliance. No more overpriced payroll services. Let Einstein HR get you back to the business of doing business instead of spending needless hours and frustration taking care of details that add nothing to your bottom line. We provide a first-class payroll and HR services with superior customer service. Call Einstein HR today.
Here's our weekly look at what's going on around the league. Late in 2012, not long after his first full season as a pro hockey player, Chris Kushnarek was diagnosed with testicular cancer. That disease spread to his liver, kidney, and lymph nodes, and his prognosis was grim. But 2 years since his last game, Kushneric, now 27, has made it back to the ice with the Las Vegas Wranglers. The former Wheeling and Bakersfield forwards struggled to battle the cancer included surgeries, chemotherapy, bone marrow, and stem cell transplants. But his conditioning, determination, and the assistance of many people helped him achieve his goal of beating the disease and resuming his pro career. In his first game back after his health hiatus, he had a shot, was a +1, and helped the Wranglers to a victory in Idaho. And in his third game back, he scored a goal, the 8th of his ECHL career. As a result of an issue in the agreement at the time of the transaction, defenseman Jason Beatty's trade to Ontario last month has been voided by the ECHL, which returns Beatty to Colorado. In turn, the Eagles have sent defenseman John Ryder to the Reign to complete the original trade for forward Kyle Kramer. The ECHL has suspended Orlando's C.J. Severin for 10 games as a result of his actions in a home game against Kalamazoo earlier this month. He had been assessed a game misconduct penalty for abuse of officials that night. He'll be eligible to return to action on March 27th. Orlando's Mickey Lang continued his sizzling season as he had his second hat trick for the Solar Bears, then assisted on the game-winning goal in a recent victory at Greenville. Lang leads the league with 37 goals. No ECHL player has scored 40 goals in a season since recent Hall of Fame inductee Wes Goldie of Alaska and Mark Derlego of Idaho notched 46 and 45 respectively in the 2010-11 campaign. Since 2002, when the ECHL changed its focus to become the primary developmental league for the AHL and NHL, no player has scored 50 goals in a season. Despite being hit hard by injuries, Idaho had been managing to stay with the pack in the Mountain Division standings. However, Las Vegas came to town and dealt the Steelheads a couple of losses. So let's look at the third and final game of this series in Boise. If you like goals, this game's for you. Let's listen to Ian Tasso on America1.com.
Looping high slot. Into the low slot. Tipped on net, and Naring scores on the rebound. Chad Naring makes it 1-0 Las Vegas. Wranglers back to full strength. And they'll counter 3-on-1. Fresh out of the box, Armstrong. Huseman has it. Snapshot. He scores! Wranglers 2. Steelheads nothing. Adam Huseman, his third goal in the last 2 games. His third straight game with a point. Joel Seth White right back to Huseman. He hammers one. Tipped in front. The putback is in, and the Wranglers make it 3-0. Adam Huseman, the man you want shooting the puck, hammered one on goal. Rebound kicked out to John Armstrong, who now makes it 4 straight games with a goal. And now Patterson. Backdoor putback is in. Rob Linsmeyer makes it 3-1, and all of a sudden we may have a game on our hands. Rapuzzi flips it far side for Wall, pressured by Huxley, gets a shot off, and it's blocked and in. Mitch Wall makes it 3-2. Coburn for Armstrong into the offensive zone. Armstrong lowers the shoulder, big hit from behind, and then Armstrong gets jumped by 4 Steelheads and a pile up. Well, that escalated quickly. Eddie Del Grosso's got Charlie Dodero in a headlock there. Boy, Armstrong with a hit from behind. And then he got jumped by a whole bunch of Steelheads. And then Dodero and Del Grosso spin to the ground. Wheeling through neutral. What skating by Cook to even escape that. Now Huseman on net save made. Rebound. Kushneric scores! Welcome to Las Vegas. Krish Kushneric, his first point in almost 2 years after stepping away from hockey. How special is that? Lost it. Behind the net now. Rapuzzi, snapshot, and a score. Ryan Button. Banked off the glass by Nagel. As Tassoni battling with Galen Patterson. Gains the line to the slot. A score! Rob Linsmeyer, his second of the night. Comes Voss over the blue line. Snapshot down low, tipped and in. Came from Voss, and it hit Rapuzzi on the stick, and the Steelheads take a late lead. Naring swoops in, as does Kushnerek. Has the puck against the wall, lost it. Galen Patterson now through neutral, and a 2-on-1 developing. Patterson on the backhand, save made by Fullerton, no! They push it through. Fullerton came off his line to play it, and he was beat. A short-handed goal. Naring in to take the draw. Wranglers need some offense, and they needed it yesterday. Foreguard through traffic. Blocked in front, tipped and in, and the Wranglers score! As if on cue. Fanucci behind the net. 3 seconds to go, 2 seconds to go. Flipped on goal, and that'll do it. The Steelheads win a thriller here.
A question for Joe Ernst and a quick look at a long game. Still ahead on ECHL Week.
Stars shine in Orlando in January of 2015 when the Solar Bears take on the ECHL All-Stars at the Amway Center, presented by Visit Orlando. Visit OrlandoSolarBearsHockey.com for more information.
And I say, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. 'Cause I've got a smile on my face, and I've got four walls around me.
Hi, this is Jake Cepas of the Orlando Solar Bears, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Our question today is, when do referees decide that they want to talk directly to the coaches?
They should talk directly to them if we have multiple penalty situations. There might, over the course of the game, become different instances where they just have a question about a certain play that happened. Maybe it's puck out of play, or just a quick question that something arose during maybe that's part of play before the whistle blew.
And how important is communication for the referee when in his dealing with both the players and the coaches?
I don't think I've seen a good referee that can't communicate. And we stress that at training camp as far as communicating with the coaches and players, that you can put out a lot of fires with communication because you get a coach maybe hot or a player hot. A quick little answer to their question or to calm them down goes a long way in the game of hockey.
That's our question and answer today with Joe Ernst, Vice President of Hockey Operations for the ECHL. Would you like Joe to answer one of your questions? Send us an email and we'll pose it to him as time permits. Send your question to ECHLweek@ECHL.com. Make sure to include your name, hometown, and favorite ECHL team. As if the Eastern Conference fight for playoff spots wasn't tight enough, two of the teams in the middle of that race really showed how close this battle is. For the third straight time, Evansville and Cincinnati played 65 minutes and couldn't decide a winner. This time, the result was the longest shootout in the ECHL this season. 7 skaters scored in the shootout. Forwards Trevor Lewis, Paul Crowder, and Zach Budish for the Cyclones, along with forwards Dylan Clark, Jeremy Langlois, and defenseman Donnie Harris for the Icemen. Another defender, Antoine Corbin, notched the game winner. In regulation time, Cincinnati scored the first 2 and last 2 goals, sandwiched around Evansville's 4 scores, which included a fine effort from Matt Lowry. He had a goal and 2 assists. After Evansville went up by a pair, the Cyclones' Anthony Luciani scored twice to retie the game. Goaltender Mike Clementi earned the win for Evansville, stopping 36 of 40 shots prior to the shootout. Cincinnati goalie Joe Howe had 24 saves in the first 65 minutes, but he's now lost 3 straight, 1 in overtime and 2 in the shootout. Talking with some Eagles and a special puck drop. ECHL Week continues.
25 years of great moments. More than 500 players graduated to the NHL. Don't miss the next time hockey history is made. Watch all ECHL games on AmericaOneSports.com. Live or on demand. At home or on your mobile device, log in at AmericaOneSports.com to check out your favorite team. The official broadband broadcast of ECHL is AmericaOneSports.com.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
It's not always about pucks, sticks, checks, and goals. Our Kevin Schreiber recently asked some Colorado Eagles a little bit more about their lives in the ECHL.
Can you tell me who you think the best dressed player on the team is?
I'd have to go with Isaac Smeltzer, although he seems to be he gets ridden the most by the boys for his outfits, we'll say.
Who finds it easy to take a nap anywhere you're at, whether it's on the bus, in the hotel, even in the arena?
Kevin Ulansky likes to sleep. He's never going to miss an opportunity to take a nap, but I think everybody likes to have their opportunity to get some sleep on the road. Obviously, you get a little bit more time. You're away from your families and a lot less things keeping you busy, so I think everybody likes to get a nap in.
Who thinks they're the best dressed player on the Colorado Eagles?
I'd have to go with Jason Beattie. He'd probably beat me up if I didn't say that.
Guilty pleasure on your iPod?
Guilty pleasure. Miley Cyrus. You know, she's got a few good songs.
Who's the best dressed player on the Colorado Eagles?
There's going to be some disagreements. I don't know. Jason Beattie's got his wardrobe. He's a Saskatchewan boy, and he used to be dressed in cowboy boots and Wranglers, and now he's all about the name brand stuff. And so he's got some good clothes in his closet.
And most naps on your team?
I might take that when we're on the road. We all like to get our rest in when we're on the road, especially the guys that have families when they're at home. Not much time for sleeping, and so when you get on the road and get the chance to get those naps in, it's big.
If you've been to a game, you've likely seen a special recognition event prior to the start, when someone or a group of folks is recognized for their achievements or contributions. That ends with the ceremonial dropping of the first puck. During Star Wars Night in Stockton, a notable one of these pregame occasions took place. Here are Stockton Thunder announcers Caleb Lamb and Brandon Kisker to describe the activity prior to a recent game against Utah.
I understand, Brandon, we are going to have a very special puck dropper right now on ringside. Is coming out to drop the puck, one of our four-legged friends.
Yep, he's going to be dropping the puck. Was a big story for our city. It was a really good story of a dog that actually saved a police officer's life. Happens to be named Thor. So Thor is down there, and he will be dropping the puck. And both captains heading over to do the ceremonial puck drop.
Attacking an assailant in the midst of him trying to draw his weapon on a police officer. And as you said, a heroic duty And now he's the guy who's down there dropping the puck, and he pushes it forward. There you go. That's perfect. The dog dropping the puck. He didn't need any help. He was ready to go. And now this makes for the interesting thing here. So I'm curious how the handshake works. He still wants to drop the puck a little bit more.
I think he did drop the puck again. That was funny. But yes, that dog right there is a big hero in the city.
And Garrett Hunt, instead of a normal handshake with the puck dropper, gives him a little pat on the head.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us today. And don't forget, you can stay connected to the show and your favorite league with Facebook, Twitter, and email at any time. Until next time, make it a good week. Make it an ECHL week.